I've had this MacBook for a while, and today we're going to be replacing the battery in it. Now it runs fine, everything functions correctly. The only issue is once the battery hits around 50 to 30%, it just shuts off. I'm going to replace the battery in this thing as per the advice from the people on Reddit that I asked, and we'll see if that fixes the issue. Hopefully it will. Now this MacBook Air is a mid-2013 model, so it's over a decade old at this point, but it still runs surprisingly well. Apple MacBooks and MacBook Airs tend to last longer than normal laptops, and I'm going to be using this one. Down here at my setup, we're going to replace the battery, so when I unplug it, it doesn't die almost instantly. I've got this battery in here, and this battery I bought off Amazon for around 20 bucks. It comes with the battery, the included screwdrivers to take apart the MacBook to get to the battery in the first place. Now this specific MacBook Air was given to me by a relative who no longer needed it. Now I believe for this entire life of this MacBook, it was plugged into the wall because it only has around 100 charge cycles on the battery, which isn't really a lot. Another thing about this laptop is it's from 2013, so this laptop is a decade old at this point, and it still runs incredibly smoothly. It runs Minecraft on the latest version very well, and I sometimes use it to edit my videos on the go, but the only issue is it has to be constantly plugged into the wall. So we're replacing the battery so I can use it basically as a secondary laptop for when I travel around. It's also important to note that this laptop, I did have some trouble with the software itself on it. I did get that all sorted out, but basically when I got it, it came with macOS X on it, and I couldn't figure out how to update it to the newest version because I'm used to Windows. I've always used Windows my whole life, and so updating a Mac to the newest supported version was not my cup of tea. And if there's anything that I missed while repairing this Mac's battery, by the way, please comment down below. It does work fine, so I don't think I missed anything, but if there's anything I should have cleaned off that I didn't, like for example, I know I probably should have replaced the thermal compound on the processor, however, I did not. Which isn't the biggest issue. This MacBook Air isn't going to be getting very hot anyways, so it doesn't need the best thermal cooling in the world. But who knows, maybe I'll upgrade the RAM at some point and I'll replace the thermal paste then. Now, two important things to note here unrelated to the MacBook. One, usually I don't voice over my time-lapse footage, so if you guys want me to continue voicing over my time-lapse footage, please comment down below. Now, if I do sound a little bit different in this voiceover footage than the rest of the video, it's because I'm doing this after I got in a little bit of a bike wreck, and so my face is a little bit stiff because it's swollen still. Don't worry guys, I'm perfectly fine, but in case you're wondering if I sound a little bit off in the voiceover, that's probably why. Okay guys, here we are. We've replaced the battery and the Mac has booted. Now the only issue with it is it has no charge in it, so we are going to be giving it a little bit of juice, and I'll see you then. The instant I plugged this MacBook in, which I thought was completely dead, it booted directly up with almost 90% battery life. So I figure it came charged and it just needed a little bit of juice to start and recognize that it had a replaced battery in it. So yeah, now it works, but the only thing we don't know yet is if it's still going to shut off at 30% battery. I'll make a YouTube short on that, or I'll make a YouTube community post on that. Once the battery goes completely down to nothing, I will tell you guys if it just died or if it made it all the way to 0 and then died. If you like this video guys, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.